But it's all Show a Heart with 100 metres left to go, and he's going to bolt in the TJ Smith.
Here's Show a Heart. Show a Heart is swapping him on the outside, raced up deep on the course. Show a Heart has hit the front, and Show a Heart.
Show a Heart was just such a tough horse. He had so much ability. He was Group 1 quality, but he was durable, and he just tried at every start, and he stood up at all starts. So yeah, he was an amazing horse. In the stables, Show a Heart was an absolute gentleman. You know, he came here as a stallion, and most stallions are quite aggressive, but he was exactly the opposite to that, and he liked nothing better than to get his backside scratched, and anybody could do it. So whether it was a 2-year-old girl walking in and doing it, or a 60-year-old man, he'd just turn his backside to you and wait for a scratch. So he was an exceptionally well-natured horse.
Ross and I, my late husband and I, we raced Show a Heart, and all accolades go to Ross for breeding Show a Hearts. So we raced Show a Heart's mother, Miss Sandman, who won 12. We raced her sire as well, so we've had a long connection with the family of Show a Heart.
Look at Show a Heart. Show a Heart is coming from the tail with Felvalon. Show a Heart and Felvalon. Show a Heart, Felvalon, they hit the line. Show a Heart. Show a Heart beats Felvalon a nose in the Stradbroke.
The Stradbroke, oh my goodness. You know, it doesn't get much bigger in Queensland.
Yeah, no question. It was his final start. You know, the Group 1 Stradbroke here as a 4-year-old. He settles down to battle it out with his old mate Felvalon, who also stood here, and they just went neck and neck down the straight for the final 300, and it was a great will to win, and that he showed on that particular occasion. You know, the top weight in a Stradbroke, and yeah, it was an awesome performance, and I've never had a day on the racetrack like it. It's very rare to see a horse who's as durable as what Show a Heart was, and in fact, he was the only horse this century, until Animo came along a couple of years ago, who won Group 1 races at 2, 3 and 4 years old. So, you know, his durability and his ability to stay right at the top of his game over a long period of time is the thing that really stood out to us. Show a Heart was amazingly important to Queensland racing at the time. Felvalon and Show a Heart at that stage were two of the best in the country. They were both here in Queensland, both trained in Queensland, and both of them competed overseas. They were right at the top of their game, and it gave our state a real presence on the national stage.
Show was, we call him Show for short, so you know what I mean. Showy was just a bit of a stager. You just loved him as a horse, as an animal. He's a treasure to not just our family, but I know how Steve Morley with the breeding side of things. He's just the best we've had. It's heartfelt, that's what it is.
Surprisingly, the very first thing that attracted us to Show a Heart was his genetic depth. We did some work on him to see how many mares he would suit in the breeding barn, and it was an absolute knockout of the park. You know, so we expected Show a Heart to have a really significant impact right from the word go. And when he started stamping his stock the way he did, and they all came out looking like him with his great length, his terrific hip to tail, plenty of leg and athleticism, we were very confident that he'd have a big impact. There's no question that Show a Heart will go down as one of the best sires to ever stand in Queensland. And until Spirit of Boom and Better Than Ready came along, he actually had the most imposing record of any sire to ever stand here. So he's had a significant impact nationally and internationally, and now his daughters are doing the same, and it's just a really great sense of achievement here for the farm that we were able to recognise him as having that potential, and then seeing him through his whole career and helping get those opportunities.